Hey guys, I haven't dyed my hair with a box hair dye in over 7 or 8 years, maybe 10 years. So I don't know how it's going to turn out. Hopefully it's going to turn out really well, because if not, I'm going to be really embarrassed. So keep watching. So if you guys can see, this is what my hair looks like right now. It's kind of blondish, but the roots are coming out. And I did a little quadrant. So I did 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you guys can see it, and 4 right here. In case you guys are wondering why I'm having somebody else do my hair, it's because when I was in high school, I used to do it all the time by myself, and I thought it looked really nice, and then I realized it didn't. Right now in the box you have medium blonde, light brown, and medium brown to dark brown, and it shows you like the before and after. And for me, I would say I was between like a medium blonde to dark blonde, or even like a light brown, just because I already had pre-colored hair. So hopefully it will turn out like that. I'm not really quite sure. Oh. Show off. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's like crazy motorcycles outside. I live in New York City, so you always hear like firefighters or ambulances, right? One of those. Lots and lots of like motorcycles and like bikes and stuff like that, and it's just really loud outside, which is really nice because you never feel alone. But it really sucks when you're trying to have like a YouTube channel, just because if I want to film any video, I have to film between like the hours of 8 a.m. and noon. After 1 p.m. it just becomes so loud outside, and it's crazy work for me to try to edit the sound off. And I tried it, and it was just like I sounded very robotic, and the background just seemed very, I don't know, very weird. So one of the things I really wanted to talk about while I was getting my hair dyed at the moment, my personal hair salon, was just about like how much I love YouTube. Believe it or not, I never thought about making a YouTube channel for a very long time. I just knew that I really loved YouTube. I'm the kind of person that if I watch, for example, like a music video, I can sit in my bedroom and watch the video 50 times in a row and not get bored. If anything, I fall in love with the video even more as, you know, like I watch it. And I've done that to a lot of my friends. I've invited them over, and one of the first things I told them is like, oh, do you know this person? Yeah, they're a YouTuber, let's watch this. And before I know it, it's like 1, 2, 3 hours of us just binge watching their videos. So YouTube has been like a really big part of my life. I've always just been really inclined to just going to YouTube and watching it. And you know, I never realized that I go to YouTube pretty much for everything. For example, you know, just when was it, like 3 years ago, I moved into like this apartment, and it was my first time not necessarily living away from home, but having a kitchen that was pretty much just mine. And I'm always in there, I'm always cooking different things, and I realized that every time I'm cooking, I'm going to YouTube and I'm like, oh, how to cook this, how to make that, or whatever the case may be. And so yeah, and I think the idea that I got from like making a YouTube channel was from my sister Michelle, because one day she was like, hey Joanna, why don't you think about like doing this? You know, you've always wanted a camera, and you know, you're pretty okay with being in front of the camera. I've gotten more comfortable, that's for sure. But even so, she was just like, you should check this out. There's this really great YouTuber that I really like, and I think you'd like her. And I started, you know, watching her, binge watching her, loved her. And then I started getting more and more into it, and I saw how people, you know, you can grow so much on YouTube. And not necessarily like the whole financial wise, if that makes sense, money wise, but simply just the way that like you're meeting so many friends on here. If you guys noticed, about a week ago, I posted a video about my makeup routine, and then prior to that, my skincare routine. And they're not necessarily brand new topics that you can find hundreds of thousands of makeup routine videos and, you know, skincare videos. But what I really like about YouTube is that no two videos are exactly the same. Me and my best friend could make a video about skincare, yet we have different personalities, we have very different editing styles. You know, the products that we use are different, and just like the people that we're attracting are also different. So I really like that. I've been going through a lot of my subscribers' channels and checking you guys out, and when I tell you guys I check you guys out, I mean like I full on go to my restroom and I'm there for like an hour, and I'm just watching all of your videos. And some of you guys have cooking channels, and I've been trying some of those. Some of you guys do have like, for example, skincare and makeup, and I'm just in awe because you guys can do makeup so much better than I can, and you guys do it really flawlessly. Others have like motivational channels, and those are really nice because there's moments when I want to make a motivation video because there's, you know, I want to relax and I want to meditate and all these things, but then it doesn't end up happening because I'm watching your videos and I'm trying it on my own. So that's been really fun. If you guys are thinking about making a YouTube channel, I really highly recommend it. It's so much fun, and you're meeting, well, I'm meeting a lot of new people, and it's really pushing me to just make content because, you know, the kind of person I am, I need to like make a schedule for myself, and I love making lists and just checking them off whenever I complete them. And once I started doing YouTube, it's, you know, it's been forcing me to make content every single week. So now on the weekends, instead of me just, it's nothing bad, but just, you know, laying down and just watching TV, it's like, oh, I need to make a new idea for my video. I want to write a script for it, which sometimes I do like writing scripts for it. I, you know, want to think of, you know, how I'm going to get it together. And then once the filming begins, it's an all-day event. Just because earlier in the video, I told you guys that I need to make sure I'm filming before noon. Well, let's say before 1 p.m. just because of all the traffic and everything going on outside. And then, you know, after that, it's such a nice relief. You know, I go ahead and I start editing. And editing, when I first started doing this, it took me around 2 to 3 days just because of time and, you know, my work and everything. But now I focus just one whole day on editing, and the second day is just me watching it over with fresh eyes. So yes, there's a lot of people on YouTube, and, you know, not everything is completely original, you know, like fresh. But like I said before, you know, personalities are different. You know, the way that you make your videos and the way that you edit it, it's completely different. So go ahead and do it. There are definitely a lot of benefits to making a YouTube channel. The first one, and this is not selfish, but you can basically be the star of your own show. So if, you know, you always have a lot of stories to tell, and or maybe you're just really creative and you just want to show people just things, or you feel like talking a lot, because there's a lot of people like myself that just love to ramble. You get to be the star. You get to be the star of your own show, so you can just create your own videos. And yes, so now we can talk about the negatives of YouTube. Just like everything, there's pros and cons. I guess the only negative thing about YouTube is that things are permanent. You know, like no matter what, like the way I think about it is, you can put up a video and yes, you can delete it in the future, but like whoever saw that, that's ingrained into their brains, you know. And you just have to be really careful, especially depending on whatever job you may have outside, because, you know, there are some jobs, and I get it, you know, they're like, oh, maybe they don't want you cursing on YouTube, or you need to be like child friendly, or not just that, but you need to be a little bit, what's the thing that you call like a backbone? Yeah, like sometimes you kind of just need to have like a backbone, because, you know, people can be mean, and it's a way of life.
Thick skin. Yeah,
thick skin, there we go. You need to have a thick skin, or at least start growing thick skin, because, you know, people can be mean on YouTube, and not everybody's going to like you. It's just, it's what it is, right? And, you know, I feel that the bigger a channel grows and the more attention you're getting, the more negative attention you're also going to get. Some people are going to really be happy for you and root for you and support you all the way, but then there's other people that maybe you say one thing that it offends them, and then, you know, they don't take the time to get to know you more, and so then they shut you down, they put the unlike button or whatever the case may be, and that might really, really hurt you. But speaking about that, I feel like that's also one of the things that I really like about YouTube, because I'm really self-conscious about a lot of things. And I was talking to one of my friends, Edma, who's also a YouTuber here, and I was basically telling her, like, yeah, no, like I really like YouTube and putting videos out, but it's also very nerve-wracking, because there's a lot of things that, like, for me in real life, like without the camera on, I would not be doing outside. You know, for example, like I don't like people seeing me eat. You know, it's a big thing. If I'm out with you and we're eating, I usually like tend to like cover my, you know, like my mouth while I'm eating, and just like go like that. And I feel like if you guys watched, what was it, the Korean one that I put out, like the Korean food one, I'm literally there making like ASMR bits, which I didn't even know what ASMR was until I put out that video. Yeah, if you're going to do YouTube, you definitely have to slowly get comfortable with, not everything's going to come out perfect, not everybody's going to like you, you're not always going to have the most amazing not ratings, what is it called, like reviews on a video. Yeah, so just be ready for that, right? That's like anything that you do in life. One of the things I really want to talk about is, you know, YouTube videos and how much time goes into them, because out of all the videos I've made, I'm relatively new. I started exactly February 5th, which is almost 3 months ago, and the hardest video to date that I worked on was the board game one, which is actually called Ticket to Ride, how to play Ticket to Ride. And when I started this one, a lot of people were giving me ideas, right? So some people were saying, you definitely should do videos in English, you know, for everybody. But a lot of other people were saying, well, you know what, you're Mexican and you have a lot of, you know, people, family in Mexico that would love to see your videos, you should do it in Spanish. And so for this video, for how to play Ticket to Ride, I wanted to try something new. So in the video, I basically did an English version, and then I did the whole thing in, you know, in Spanish, it was so much work. To this day, that was the hardest video I made, and it got views, but it's not like, wow, it ranked the top 3, the top 4. It was like this phenomenal thing. And you know, obviously, like, it hurt me. I spent so much time on that video. It's very niche. Is that how you say it? Yeah, so it's very specific to people. So if you're not really a board game person, or you're not even looking to know how to play it, you're not gonna click on the video. And it's, you know, it's common sense. But for me, it's just something that I worked really hard on, and I feel like I know for a fact I'm not the only one. Like, I know a lot of people that, you know, make YouTube videos, and they're like, oh yeah, this video went viral and got like thousands of views, and I barely did anything to it. Meanwhile, this video that I worked on really, really hard, or I spent a lot of money on like buying the props, the costumes, or whatever, barely got any views. So it's kind of just like, whew, you know, it's like the mixture of having a thick skin, of being like, oh man, this just didn't do as well as I wanted it to. And also like that whole thing of, I just have to keep being creative, because even if just one person saw it, used to feel really good, right? So another tip I want to give you for when you're opening up a YouTube channel is basically just communicating. You know, the same way that you spend time on Instagram or on Facebook or on TikTok, also sorry, or the same way that you spend time on TikTok, also use that time to be on YouTube. Because I feel that unless you already have hundreds of thousands of subscribers and they're really loyal to you, sure, you can just put up a video and then not look at it for weeks and then you'll be fine. But if you're just starting out, and if you only have a few hundred subscribers, you know, you have to give them attention, right? You want the subscribers to come to you, but definitely go to their channels, check them out, genuinely check them out. You know, when you make it known that you're seeing the subscribers and you're actually, you know, following them and genuinely watching their videos and commenting on them, then they're gonna want to do the same thing to you. And the word genuine is a really, really important one for me, because I feel that, you know, when I watch a video, somehow, some way, I can connect to every video that I watch. It could be a cooking video, right? It might be a video that maybe they're not even speaking English or Spanish, but just the way they're doing things, and it's just really aesthetically pleasing. I'll comment on that. So definitely for you, if you want to grow on your channel, you really have to, you know, just spend time on there. You know, make it part of your everyday routine to just wake up, give half an hour on YouTube. If something doesn't work, really look at your analytics. The analytics have become my best friends. And from that, study it and just choose what you, well, not choose, look at what you need to really work on and, you know, better yourself, improve yourself, so that next time comes around, you don't feel like a certain video failed or you just didn't do as well as you wanted it to be. Because I know it's really disappointing when a video doesn't come out the way that you wanted it to go out. Let's talk about guilty pleasures on YouTube. As you guys know, my first guilty pleasures is music videos. I love listening to music. I love music, just anything with music. If I watch a musical, I would go straight to YouTube and just look up all the songs from there, right? Or if I'm watching like a Korean drama, I would go and find the OST and I will download it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be listening to this and feel like I'm in the K-drama for the next year or so. Trust me, it's for that long that I'll think about it. So if I find you with your guitar and you're just in your basement singing, I can just fall instantly in love with your music very quickly. Another guilty pleasure, it's actually, these are YouTubers. So the first one I think about just from the top of my head is like this couple, this beautiful, beautiful couple called Rice and Slice, just because they're so funny. Another two YouTubers that I really, 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 really love, and you probably heard of them just because they're amazing, and I feel that now everybody knows about them, which makes me really happy, is Best Dressed and Kelly Stamps. So Best Dressed, I actually found her channel through my sister first, and then Kelly Stamps, I have no idea how I got to her, but it just happened. And it's really funny too, because I'm watching these two people that are completely different, you know. Best Dressed is, you know, very talkative, and she just brings you into her world completely, and she's just very honest about things. And Kelly Stamps, well, actually no, likewise, very honest, brings you into her world and everything, but her comedy is a lot more different than her comedy. And, you know, I feel like they, I don't know how to explain it, but like the things that they provide for you on YouTube are different, but they're super helpful and really good, and they're also very binge-worthy watchy on YouTube. I also really like interviews. I like when people interview other people, maybe because I'm nosy or something, but I find it really interesting getting to know different people. So there's that. So for everybody that's watching this video right now, I'm really interested in just knowing what you guys want to see. I see all kinds of things, right? And I go to different people for it. But for my channel, you know, I live in New York City, so I can always do lots of walkthroughs. I'm always outside in the city, so I can definitely do that. When you guys comment down below and you actually let me know like, oh, you know, you should try this or you should try that, I'm writing it down in this little journal that I have. Like I said before, I have a checklist, and once I make that video, I cross it off. So please let me know of any of that. And also, if you guys want to know more about me or just, you know, talk to me, it's I'm sorry guys, the easiest way to basically contact me is through DM on Instagram, and this right here is going to be my Instagram, and my link is down below as well. I'm really open. I consider myself like an open book just because I have no problem with people knowing what's going on in my life. Ooh, we used up the whole bottle. I'm so excited. I usually don't do this because my eyebrows are really dark, but I'm like, it wouldn't really hurt to put some dye on the brows. Also, I think I have a few hairstylists that are following me, so please don't be upset with me. Trust me, I'm gonna go to salon after this probably to fix it, or maybe not. I'll just cut it all off, but I did want to try this, so. And also, it was an emergency. You guys saw my previous videos. My hair just looked really bad. Let's see, let me take a picture and I'll put this on Instagram. So this is what my hair looks like at the moment. I let it towel dry for about 20 minutes, but as you can see, it's still pretty wet. I really like how shiny it looks, and I can see the color all over my hair, so I really like that. However, it's darker because it's wet, so let's see what it's going to look like when it's completely dry. And drum roll, please. Ding! This is what my hair looks like now. Do you see a difference? Do you think the box hair dye actually worked? I don't really know. I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. My hair is a lot shinier, but other than that, I don't feel like it made such a big difference. Actually, let me take advantage and show you the different ways that my hair looks under different kind of lights. Because you have fluorescent light, you have my living room light, and you also have just sunlight light. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. I'm having a lot of fun making all of these YouTube videos and getting to know all of you guys a little bit more. If you guys have not followed me on Instagram, go ahead and follow me. You guys can always send me a message, and I love chatting with new people. Anyways, if you have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. If you have not, just click on that subscribe button. It's right there. It's just a little boop. It's just a little click away. I hope you guys stay safe and have an awesome day. Bye everybody.